Mhm. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Mm-mm. Mm. Is someone in the space? Looks like someone just arrived. I see the thumbs up coming up in the entry. Hi. Hey, hey, hey. How is it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. Happy, what is it, Wednesday or no, Thursday evening? How are you? TV, right. The vibes, the vibes, the vibes, the vibes. I got you. I got you. I don't know. I don't know if people are gonna be pulling up like that. Oh, there's another two people that joined in. Welcome to the live. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to everybody joining in. I'm sending it over to the group chat one more time. Hopefully they tune in. But welcome, y'all. How are y'all feeling? Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are so good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight is a rainy evening out here in New York City, so I hope y'all are chilling wherever you're at. I don't know, the day blinded. My boss said we could work from home. Shout out to that. Today was kind of yucky. I don't know. It was kind of a blah kind of day. Not yucky, but very blah. And I'm normally off on Thursdays anyway, so I spent my time chilling in the crib. I did step out actually to bookmark Marc Jacobs store and bookmark in the city for an event that was happening. Hi, Morgan Art. Welcome to the Yungfleur Let's Speak. So happy tomorrow is Friday. Ciao. That is why I'm so thankful. Like, I've got my schedule set up right now. Welcome to everyone that's joining. Please give a thumbs up to your boy. Thank you so much. It's Young Fleur. We are live. You already knew that. We're going to be talking about a couple of fashion news things tonight. Just to give you a preface before you click off. Don't play with me. But yeah, like that's why I love that. Like the way my work schedule works, I like work Monday through Wednesday, then I'm off on Thursday, and it's like a little buffer before Friday, and then I'm like I get a little bit of a recharge before that last day of the week. So, in child, Lord knows I need it. Have you been to the new store? Is it Printons? Which store? Which store are you talking about, babe? I'm not sure. Not sure which one you're talking about. But tonight, thank you all for pulling up. Now that things are slowing down, I wanted to do just a recap, talking about some of the latest fashion news things and going back over some topics that we didn't get to cover that I wanted to talk about while Fashion Week was just beating niggas over the head, child. I could barely keep up, and I know you couldn't. That's why I'm also, just as a little preview for y'all who are joining in a little early. Oh, print, is it print? I think I know which story you're talking about. That one that looks really cool. Yeah, I have to check that one out. Maybe I'll make that a little weekend excursion. We'll check it out. We'll see. But thanks for reminding me, Morgan. But tonight, what did I want to go over? There were a couple of things. Like y'all, I don't know if y'all saw my earlier Instagram post where I was talking about the Versace triple platforms. Does anyone remember the triple platforms and how iconic those were besides me? Shout out to whoever else just joined the Young Fleur live space tonight. It's your boy Young Fleur. You already know we motherfucking live, child. Like don't even play yourself. Thank you for pulling up. But the triple platforms, the Versace triple platforms, I'm like, Dario Vitale, sir, when you make your way into the headquarters and start deliberating over plans for what to make and what to drop, please keep the triple platform somewhere in the back of your mind. Even if it's not the first season, even if it's not the second, I do think that we need a little spin the block moment for those because those were fire. Does anyone remember them? Is it just me? The shoes really the house. Those the shoes really the shoes really the house, those SPs. I know what you were saying over there, babe, but they were an iconic pair, and I posted them on my IG because Nikki had a few. I feel like there were only I've been doing my Googles, and there was only a certain amount of colors. They did make plenty, in a few variations of the style. They had, like, a regular pump, and then they had, like, a kind of cage sandal version. And she had a few different ones, but I do think that there were some colors that she was missing, or maybe she just never popped out with them. But Shorty had so many of them. I don't know. I'm still very much looking forward to what's gonna come for the future of Versace now that they have Dario working over there. Like, I really do think that one thing we're gonna get is good commercial products. Of course, that's going to be the focus and probably the MO from the bigwigs who are hiring him. Like, nigga, shit needs to get off the fucking shelf. People need to actually make those purchases. And like I said, I feel like Versace, like they really need to chill when it comes on the pricing of things, and maybe that's where you know some of the solution may start. In addition to making more interesting shit in general, but like let's even look on the Versace website real quick. Do y'all think that it's kind of done for the Versace house, or do you think that they still got some miles to run, especially now that Dario is here? I still feel like there's more to come. I wouldn't be. the type of person to count them out completely. It's just like Donatella, I don't think she doesn't necessarily strike me as someone that's the most in touch with what people wanna wear right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the Versace team themselves was really powering a lot of the voice of what we were seeing from the last few years because it did there was a period of time, I think around the time they did this one collection, the one where it was, like, the pink trees and they had that South African musical duo doing the music for it, I forget I feel like it was, like I don't remember which season, but it wasn't too long ago, um, but the reason I'm here, and I'm 5 for and yes, I understand when it comes to price, it makes sense, but still, 4,800 is crazy for a bag that's not a signature, that people don't really know like that. Let me know if, it's a little patchy with the, connection tonight. Because if so, then I might switch it around. I don't know if the rain is making it worse. So I don't know how the Wi-Fi shit goes. I'm not an electrician or computer scientist. Anyway, let's look at even some other things, just to see what it gives for sure. And not for nothing, the bag gives like I'm sure it's made. I mean, hey, I don't know. It's made with quality leather, but the branding of it and just the placement of the logo, it just gives cheap. This doesn't give me $1,190 for a bag. This doesn't seem like something that, the average shopper would make that kind of investment on. Let's start there. Let's talk about the fact that, like, this has been a continuing thing with Versace for years. Like, their price points have always been this exorbitant. Ever wanted to chill on that? 4,700 dress and collection as well, of course. Very much spot me. Hey, Donovan, welcome to the Yungfleur Life Space. Thanks for joining, friend. Who is buying this brand? Who is their customer? And that's another thing about it. I think that they've gotten so out of touch with finding a customer altogether. And that's why we're left with these pieces that almost seem to grasp at something that's relevant, but are so far off the mark in terms of catching it that somebody would. I mean, is pretty. Some of them are fire, but some of them can really get real, out of control. But no one is going to spend 11.95 on a crepe fitted shirt like this. It's not worth the price. And I think far away from having like a real consistent, dedicated shopper. Like I don't think there's anyone that really shops for the brand other than just the name. And once again, like their situation is not unique. There are other brands that people purchase. I mean, that is what propels luxury fashion and the branding of it all, isn't it? But it's more so the fact that they also don't really like there's nothing novel about their designs either. For example, when they made the chain reaction sneaker was a great meeting of the minds between, something that was very commercial, something that had a really quality design effect to it, and also had that luxury pricing. But it was approachable in the sense that like it really picked up also on the luxury kind of hype beast streetwear situation that was building at the time. Um, and shout out to I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I believe it's like Salehi Bembury, the footwear specifically like handling the footwear designer that was specifically handling like sneakers at that time. I think he was just like a sneaker designer for Versace, and that was one of the best decisions that they've made in recent years was bringing on someone to hone in on that. But yeah, moving on from that, there were a few topics that I wanted to skim through that we didn't talk about before. So, as y'all know, one of my obsessions, I'm looking around, I need water. One sec. Let's go. Let's make a little short trip. Oh, I got my water right here. Never mind, never mind, never mind. It's all here. It's all here. But one thing I wanted to talk about was um the Oscars, and more specifically, the gap at the Oscars. As you know, I am. Um, are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Yes, you are. Cool. Um, as you am obsessed with what's going on with the Gap right now, or more so just kind of following it from a business standpoint, because it's interesting to me to see how one of the biggest American fashion brands in recent years, so that's not like a long legacy house. It's only been around since what, like the 70s, really? 70s, really picking up in the 80s. Sorry, I need to hydrate. Ooh, my bad. But I really wanted to kind of like I think it's an interesting case to kind of follow where the brand is going and how they are working to bring themselves back to um popularity and a new sense of popularity in the 2020s. As you know, they picked up what's his name, Richard Dickinson, or Dick Dickinson, as I like to call him, who was, I believe, the chief marketing officer for Mattel, and he was the one that was responsible for all of what was the Barbie promotion. He was in charge of what we came to know as that Barbie pink effect, where everybody was buying pink and everybody was buying into Barbie. He was the one that negotiated that, the 100+ collaborations that they did globally, um, just the incessant nonstop Barbie shit coming through the airwaves. He was the mastermind behind that. And shortly thereafter, he got poached by the Gap. And it's really, ironic considering that the Gap was one of the brands that collaborated with Mattel and that he kind of negotiated that partnership with as part of the Barbie rollout. So I feel like once they got a little taste of him and working on what he was working on, when they got that email about the Barbie thing and they saw that project and saw that deck, I know the girls at the Gap were moist. Okay, they were like, I don't know who that is, but I need that. I want that. We need parts of that, and they sure did. They sure did go ahead and get that done. So now he's in charge of marketing over at the Gap, and he's been taking a lot of strides to bring the brand, kind of like back into the press in a major way. Just to kind of recap for y'all, because I know a majority of y'all who are on here have already watched the live after live after live that I've been doing for the past like year or two since he got appointed to work with the Gap and kind of showing the different things that he's been working on. So just a brief recap. Since he arrived, they have been negotiating a lot of really interesting collaborations. Let's even ask. Let's see. Let's ask my good girl Chat GPT to pull some up, but or I can Google it. Gap 2024 collaborations. But he did do a lot. 9 watching, 4 thumbs up. We missing 5. Yes, please. Somebody, anybody. Thank you so much and welcome. Thank you, Auntie, for joining. Um, so let's talk about the collaborations. Please thumbs up, y'all. I really appreciate it. It helps things get, a little bit of a boost. We're getting more bit by bit. I see it. I see y'all pulling up, and I really do appreciate it. So let's get it going, child. Thumbs up for your boy. Anyway, Gap has announced a series of collabs since he arrived. That includes Gap's collaborations with a lot of heavyweights in the streetwear, mass market-ish kind of game, including Mad Happy, including Palace. Of course, that was a big collaboration. I'm still trying to get pieces from that. That was really dope. As well as really popular women's wear brands as well on the rise in recent years, such as Cult Gaia more recently. Um, and this other brand Doen that I wasn't really familiar with at a point until more recently. I think Anne Hathaway wore like a Doen look. Uh, Hold on, let me see if I can ask Chat GPT and see if it'll pull up all of them for me. But yeah, they really kind of tapped into brands that are definitely the definition of cool right now. Let me see anymore. I think that was pretty much it. The list that we ran through the Mad Happy, the Palace, the Cult Gaia. Um, Move on. And in addition to that, there was also, the celebrity placement, and that was a big thing. Like they went hard as far as uh Sorry, I'm trying to see. Hold on. Mm, Yeah. Sorry, y'all. But the celebrity red carpet, yes, as I was saying. For example, let's start with what's her name? Our girl Davine Joy Randolph. She had a really interesting moment when she appeared on the red carpet of the Met Gala wearing one of these looks. And it was one of the first, if not the first. Actually, no, the first look, let's even start there, was this Anne Hathaway moment. Zach Posen, who is basically the creative director there, which also was a big move for the brand. Immediately after Richard Dickinson arrived, appointing Zach Posen, who is one of the more popular, more notable modern American designers, and kind of tapping him on to join with Gap was like really a joining of forces of, I guess, what you would consider American excellence in the fashion industry. And so when they teamed up, the whole idea was like getting someone who was all about American design, understands what people want, already has been able to sell product and shows that commercial understanding. And also, of course, Zach Posen being a heavyweight in the fashion game and someone who is a veteran, kind of really understanding the landscape and understanding what fashion collaborations really make sense for the brand, and would help leverage their the popularity that they already have. So we get this Anne Hathaway dress that was also available online for $158, and I think that was sort of like the initial moment of them making a statement of what this era is going to be about for the brand, where it really is these it really feels like Zach Posen coming through in the sense that like it's Anne Hathaway dressed up. She's got the Cartier jewelry, of course, probably worth like $80,000, but she looks ever the bit of rich and expensive, even if the dress isn't necessarily given that. I do wish they would have snatched it up a little bit more in the midsection, but hey, yeah, they were doing what they had to do, whatever. Um, but really, this idea of the ubiquity of Gap designs being something that can be fitted for a red carpet moment by an American Hollywood star, once again, really tying on to this sense of American excellence as the push for the brand marketing, but also echoing the fact that it's a $158 dress that can be worn, to brunch. I feel like I have to come up with another place, another scenario for people to wear things to other than brunch. But the girls in America love a brunch. I think that's an international joy actually. So very much brunch friendly fashions. Also something you can wear, in everyday life. And that's the sense of it. Like it fits the Hollywood star and it also fits the everyday person shopping in their stores and in their lifestyle. Um Moving on from that, we also got, as I mentioned, Davine Joy Randolph in this Met Gala look. And a few years ago, do we recall this grand denim moment? So once again, Gap claiming, space in a big media moment like the Met Gala, which is like fashion's quote unquote biggest night or most paid night of the year, depending on who you ask. Which dress did you hate? You hated the Davine Joy Randolph, the denim dress? And of course, implementing the denim, which is an American staple fabric as well, to kind of usher this idea once again of like elevating Gap's kind of like foundation as the kind of like all American brand and bringing it into this really glamified space that I don't think they've ever really properly gone into, even with their collaborations with super cool designers over the years. They could have done a beautiful denim Tencel Child. One thing about it though, they love to snatch old Davine Joy Randolph in a crazy corset situation. Welcome to everyone that joined the Yungfleur Live, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday, Thursday. I'm Yungfleur. We are live. Please give your boy a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up for your boy. We're talking about the Gap and a couple of other fashion news things that I'm going to go through for the night before I jump off of here in a little bit. Donovan, I don't know the Gap, just is it? Their retail is trash and cheaply made, giving Old Navy. He also teamed up with Demi Moore. Good point. Um, I'll bring that up. So the Gap remixes and doing it for you. Have you been shopping in their stores lately, Donovan? Like since in the past like year or so, have you like checked in their stores? For me, I always felt like their denim was pretty exceptional, for that point and that kind of a brand. Like me, like growing up, my mother swore by the Gap denims, child. Like that was all we wore. Let me see if there are other celebrity moments. And just another tidbit, this initiative of them dressing for, doing projects where they're dressing for the carpet, were called Gap. It's under this kind of like sub brand or other team called Gap Studio. Very much similar to H&M Studio, and basically the same thing, but Gap's iteration of it. We've seen H&M Studio, most especially at like the Met Gala and some of the major events, like kind of like Cannes Film Festival and other, major kind of like international fashion events. We'll see H&M Studio pop out with designs. I'm sure they're like buying space in there to place the design there anyway. And I wouldn't be surprised if Gap was doing the same. I haven't. I was there for the denim and their classic hoodie. Same. I mean, those things I feel like never go bad when it comes to the denim and the hoodies. Gap Denim was it. Other denim companies look to them like Levi's. Honestly, growing up, they were pretty synonymous to me. And maybe another Gap expert, I mean another denim expert, denim nerd may know better. But all I know is when I put them on my ass, the Gap held down. The Gap held it down for me. I don't know about today. I haven't bought Gap denim in stores in the longest. The Gap quality is so depending on the piece. The denim is good, but often ill-fitting. Um, and the perfect tees and sweatshirts are nice. Yes, yes, the sweats are great. I think they do really well with their knits. It's just about finding like I guess them trying to find a sweet spot in terms of what to sell and what people want. But let's continue with some of the other moments that they had. So this was the Gap Studio collection, as of last year when they did a December 16 drop. And I guess this is supposed to be their more fashiony stuff. And what do you know? Our girl Lindsay Wixon makes her return. And here she is. And I guess it's not really. I don't know. I mean, the Gap is that's the one thing about the Gap brand. Like this is uncomplicated is the word. I don't know about chic, but Gap is definitely the brand for uncomplication. Doesn't really give you much other than that, though. That's why, like the Gap Studio thing. I don't know. How do y'all feel about the Gap Studio collaborations that they've been doing on the red carpet? Now their hoodies were everything, super thick and plush. Yeah, not for nothing. I kind of want to collect, like not collect, but like I want to get a couple of the old Abercrombie and Fitch hoodies because those used to eat. They were so thick. Like I could wear that and just like a thick long sleeve underneath for the wintertime and be set. The old A&F hoodies used to eat. Does anyone recall? As expensive as they were, child. But continuing. Uh, let me pull. Talk about. I'm gonna share this with a couple more. Lens. We've got the Emma Ratajkowski here wearing their jacket from that same collection that we were just looking at, as well as Demi Moore, I guess, wore it on the carpet. So they're really trying to tie in the carpet to the shop. Like that's like the key part of their strategy here. 228 for a coated denim crop moto jacket, which I don't think I think it's just a little bit over. That 28 is doing it, no shade. That 28 is taking it over just a little bit. Just a little bit. For the gap. And there's a non-crop version for 248 as well. Then we get into what was the other moment? People caught going on, but Timothy Chalamet actually made an appearance actually. Do y'all see? Let me know if y'all see. Ah, can y'all see? Can y'all see? Hold on, I'm trying to share this tab with y'all. Hmm. Are y'all seeing me fine? For some reason, it's not sharing. I feel like the weather has something to do with it. Ah, let me see if I can pull it up. Do you see me now? Do y'all see me fine now? How about now? Is it any better? You see me, not the tab. Tell me if you see the tab now. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Great. Okay, great. Now, as I was saying, sorry for that. Are we good now? Let me see something. Y'all, let me know if y'all can hear me and see me fine. I'm trying to see if it's the music. Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Let me know. I think I'm back. Y'all can hear me. I think the music was fucking things up. My fault. Y'all see me? Y'all see me? Chime in, chime in, chime in. Okay, great. You can hear me, but can you see me? Can you see me and see my tab? I'm just gonna like cut off the music for now. Okay, great, great, great. I'm gonna take that 100 as a yes. Yes, 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 yes. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Thanks for joining back on. But you don't see the tab. Okay. Um, let's try one more time. I was just trying to show y'all his look. I don't know why the computer is being mean to me. Any better now? Are we good now? Can you see me fine now? And see the let me know. Yes, all good. Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. So immediately after the red carpet, we see news of Timothy Chalamet's look that he wore to the carpet to the Oscars. Um, Literally just a trucker jacket and pants done in like a Duchess satin, I think it was. Now this I would actually rock in person. Like I feel like this is a clean look in that fabric. That sheen is so nice. As basic as it is. Like it's very basic, but something that you can dress up a ton. 198 for the satin icon jacket, and then loose pants for 128. I don't know if the pants are also satin. Apparently, it's sold out too, child, so I can't even take a look because it's sold out on the website. But anyway, yeah, just more of an introduction of these from the carpet to the store experiences, which is the one thing that I think H&M Studio doesn't do as much. Like a lot of the time they'll put these looks that are on the carpet, but more often than not, it's just the custom looks. It's never really, it's not never, but more often than not, it's not something that you can buy right in the store. And then they also had like, some really interesting marketing moments, like their collaboration with Jungle and Tyla, which was that very viral social media moment that they had with Tyla performing to Jungle's choreography in that commercial. I think we all remember it. And I remember when they were interviewing Richard Dickinson, he was talking about how it kind of just spoke to what they were trying to do, which was like capturing the cultural zeitgeist at the moment. And they captured, the Jungle song that was super viral right at that moment, and tying it in with Tyla, who, with her Water song was one of the biggest artists. I mean, not was, but like has become one of the most talked about artists of the moment. So they really wanted to jump into the conversation. I mean, it's not really something that anyone else couldn't think of. I mean, the pairing and the concept for sure is unique, but like the idea of kind of just dropping a bunch of money to pull together the people that everybody's talking about at the moment and to do one thing isn't anything super unique. You know what I mean? And that's where, I can see the detractors that are like, I don't know if this is going to be enough to get Gap, singing a new song. But I will say, when it comes to the numbers, Gap has really been doing well since his arrival. Like the sales have been boosted up, 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 up. And I think that there's more coming for them. The only thing is, I just don't know if this is. I don't know if I feel like they're gonna have to like reach a moment where they go into phase two, because just putting some shit on Anne Hathaway and Timothy Chalamet is not gonna be it for me. Although, once again, the jacket is sold out, and so are the jeans. I can't even see what Timothy wore, and he only wore it like not even 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I think, them trying to go for it, there may be a chance. I think what they're really trying to bet on is that the collaborations that they get are going to be the killer. I think H&M in particular has really shined as like the mass market brand, the fashion mass market brand when it comes to their collaborations, and like really exciting people every time they team up with other brands. Like that really has become like the center of what brings attention to H&M. And I think with Gap trying to follow in these footsteps like that, they're trying to do the same thing, where it's like you always want to come every time they drop something, which obviously is how they're going to push product. And at the end of the day, while there are all these aspirational luxury folks, there needs to be someone that has to cater to them. At the end of the day, they can't afford all of this Louis Vuitton ready to wear child, so they're gonna have to go somewhere. And so I guess with Zach Posen being there to try to meet that gap, no pun intended, it just depends on whether fashion shoppers are really going up for the stuff like that. I remember when I went to the Gap at the flagship location, um, there were a lot of things, like there were a lot of the hot ticket items that had completely sold through. I heard that even the employees themselves had bought like a good chunk of the stock by the time it reached the sales floor for the public to buy it. A good chunk of that stuff was gone. For example, this is it here on the store. Look at this upsell price though. 750 is oh, you can't even see what I'm talking. I don't think you can see. $750 is crazy for an upsale. And I wonder how much this vegan leather jacket. It was $498, and I think that was the most expensive piece from the collaboration. On sale for $750. Are you getting ready to put that kind of coin down, or best offer? And more, child, I know people are going to be haggling down because ain't no way no self-respecting person is going to walk away with a Gap jacket, originally $500, leaving it for $750 plus shipping. Girl, get the fuck. But either way, I mean, people did want the pieces, or did people just really want to buy up the pieces? Because there's a lot of stuff on resale that I'm seeing here, child. A lot of the stuff that was at that drop is like right on resale. Hold on. It's only showing Cult Gaia stuff here. But when I look here, it's a lot of that. 750 can get you a real leather coat. Exactly. Let's look. Seems like the couldn't wait to give the shit back. Oh, well, it's only one page. I'm dragging it. I'm dragging it. But I wonder what eBay's giving as well. Because the way you couldn't get so many things as soon as I checked, when I came around and checked it, I was very surprised. Even a lot of the stuff is back. A lot of the shit is back on the motherfucking resale. That person is on something. Absolutely, child. Ain't no way. Ain't no. But yeah, so there was another person that wore one of their looks too, just to catch you up. But it was what's her name? Cara Delevingne also was at the Oscars in a Gap look, and I think there was one other person, Gap Studio Oscars, and I'll share this tab with y'all. And I think she was in a similar satin look. This is what she wore. And this is taken straight from Zach Posen's own Instagram. This denim moment, almost to what we got from what we got for Davine Joy Randolph. Just literally just a cut with this raw ass hem, girl. I don't know. Welcome to everyone that's joining. Please thumbs up your boy. If you haven't already, give a thumbs up to this live. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. We're talking about a couple fashion news things. And right now I'm talking about the Gap and picking up on where I left off on my constant chronicling of what's going on with the brand as they try to get themselves back up on the up and up. With Richard Dickinson there handling the marketing and Zach Posen handling the creative direction. You thought that was Calvin? No, child. Very Zach Posen. I mean, look at even the cut of this dress. Like, he lives for, like, this is all his doing for sure. With a simple, blonde bust down. She looks good. The brows look great, of course. And as he says, made in the Gap Studio, styled by Jason Bolden. Thumbs up, y'all. Not everybody disappearing after the thumbs up request. You see, there's no loyalty in this internet thing. I know that now. I see that. I learned long ago. But yeah, I mean, she did look pretty good. Fits her very well. And a really interesting moment for, a hot moment for denim on the carpet. And I think that's what he's really trying to do. Once again, pioneering these uh American classics. Child, listen. Story of my life. But yes, indeed, like the cut of this, amazing, amazing, amazing. People, like I said, they've been doing pretty well with the drops, even though I'm seeing a bunch of things here on the resale. But that honestly, it was like what, 40? It was like 40 on each page. And now all of that stuff was the gap anyway. We'll see. Hmm. What else is going on in the fashion news that I had to talk about? I did want to talk about of the recent covers. And what do y'all have anything you want us to talk about? I think I'll be here for like another maybe 10, 15 minutes and then zip. I mean, as far as the musical chairs of the fashion of the creative directors thing, everything seems to be a little bit more chill for right now while we wait for the next kind of news to distract people away from the fact that ain't shit really going on with the collections right now. So we need a plot. I saw what's her name, Ryan Finn, of course, was talking about that. I think she posted it on Threads about like how like all of this news about this person stepping down from here and going to here and stepping down from here and going to there. It's like it's all just like giving us something to talk about because the clothes are not the thing to talk about anymore. It's everything around them nowadays, which is really unfortunate. I think I might hop off just for the sake of retaining more content that we can talk about later, child. Yeah, I think this is cute. Am I the only one who didn't care about Bad Bunny Calvin? Oh, the Bad Bunny Calvin thing. We can talk about that before I go. Bad Bunny Calvin. I went with my friend actually to go see. We made our pilgrimage to the iconic Calvin Klein wall by Broadway and Lafayette just to see it. I don't know. I mean, he's cute, sure, but I don't know. Something about it. It didn't really give me anything other than like a cute guy in some underwear, which I mean, I guess is really as simple as it has to be. Is it really more complicated than that? But it wasn't. I don't know. I feel like I'll see it a couple times and then I'm like over it. I feel like I'm already pretty over it. But you know, he has his fans and people that find him really hot and sexy. So this is a moment for them. Shout out to y'all. Y'all won. Y'all got what y'all wanted. And it was just Lily Collins. I think that they replaced it over there on Broadway Lafayette, like not even more than like 2, 3 days ago. Because I was there on Monday even, and it was Lily Collins up there. He looks funny to me, nothing sexy about it. Like it's like my friend was saying, cause when we went to look at it together, she's like, it just gives like little bro type shit, or like your little cousin in his underwear, like in the house. I don't know. I'm not necessarily a Bad Bunny super fan, so it is what it is. He looks goofy. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't for me either. Yeah. But you know what? I think I'm going to cap things off for tonight. I'm enjoying these little hour stints. It gives me enough energy to really power through. But I will be back again on next Tuesday at 9 o'clock. I'm on here at a regular time now. Every Tuesday, every Thursday at 9 o'clock, you will see me here, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get ready for the next month. What I have planned is for us to get into a Fashion Week recap. Yes, I know Fashion Week has been being recapped all month, but no one ever remembers anything just a week, just days after the shows happen, right? So let's take a minute to take a little chill pill, light a blunt, sip some tea, take it easy, take it slow, and talk about some of these elements of these different collections at length, at least some of the hot ones. I can't promise that I'm going to talk about every show, but we will do like every week, kind of going over collections again, you know, and revisiting them and looking at certain points. Because even as I'm looking at them, I'm seeing other things and other points that I want to bring up and hearing some good information too. Can we do a meetup once it's warm? Oh my God, yeah, I would love a garden meetup. That's actually one of the plans. Yeah, yeah, that's actually a great idea. I think we'll do that once he gets real cute. I'll put a thing together. I'll put a thing together because there's plenty of us, and we could do a real fab little like pop up situation. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I love the suggestions. If y'all have any other suggestions or any other things you want to talk about, any other hot topics, anything that's on your mind, baby, you already know you can hit me on the DM on Instagram. You can comment here as well. Go ahead and share the live with other people and let them know that this is a pop-in fashion live stream, the only fashion live stream they need to be watching on a Tuesday or a Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Thank you so much. I love y'all. You know I love you for watching, and you know I'll be back very soon. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. We made it this far. Bang it out and enjoy the rest of your weekend as well when that comes up. I love you much, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.